Michigan Stadium has always been a challenging place for Penn State to visit, but they had their usual loyal traveling party with them and settled in on a dreary, rainy afternoon, looking to keep pressing at the top of the Big Ten. The Nittany Lions won the toss and deferred, showing confidence in a defense that had not allowed a first-half touchdown all year. But the Wolverines had the highest scoring offense in the Big Ten.
11th play of the drive, and it is a touchdown for Brandon Minor.
And that's exactly what it turned out to be, Minor, as the Nittany Lions answered so quickly they immediately took the air out of the crowd at the Big House. Darrell Clark and Derek Moy by air, Evan Royster by ground.
Royster's first carry to the right, it's open 45, swings it to the far side, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, a 41-yard run for Evan Royster.
And a good cut by Royster to the outside. You need your wide receivers blocking downfield. It's exactly what Penn State got on that play, and they're trying to answer that Michigan touchdown.
Second and goal at the 10. Clark waits, gets the snap. He wants to throw. He sets, he fires in the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Penn State.
And on the road, Penn State defense gives up a touchdown. The Penn State offense comes right back to tie this game up.
63-yard drive for the Nittany Lions to answer, and they do so in just 4 plays.
Penn State forced a 3-and-out and was on the move again. In the trenches, they were getting off the ball quickly and taking control at the line of scrimmage. That allowed time for Darrell Clark to get the ball to who he wanted to get it to, or keep it himself. A brilliant mix of play calling by the coaching staff and crisp execution by the players produced early evidence that the Nittany Lions offense had not only come to play, but they had come to score. Their second drive just missed, ending with another touchdown, but it would not come up empty.
Put down by Boone, the kick by Wagner is up, and the kick by Wagner is good, and the Nittany Lions 2 for 2 on drives and take the lead, 10-7.
That's good by the defensive front of Penn State, just coming off the ball and getting up the field. Anytime you get an offense that's going to run east and west, sideline to sideline, penetration up the field will kill that.
Oh, back they go. Pressure on Forcier. He's in trouble, gets away. Rolls far side, looks downfield, wants to get away, can't. Bowman takes him down for a sack back at the 27-yard line.
That is good team defense.
And the Nittany Lions again force Michigan to punt.
Penn State came into the game leading the Big Ten in run defense, total defense, and scoring defense. Nationally, only top-ranked Florida had allowed fewer points per game. And if the Wolverines thought their first drive was a sign of things to come, they were badly mistaken. Josh Hull and company took this game over, and they weren't content on just stopping Michigan. Before the afternoon was through, they would force 4 turnovers.
Third down and 9. Rolling far side Robinson. Robinson sets up. He throws it downfield. It's intercepted by Bowman at the 50. Bowman to the 45. Far side 40. And the Navarro Bowman picks it off.
Look at this. Very well done. Sees the quarterback, has the receiver, just cuts underneath it, picks it off. He's going to be an excellent throw one day.
Penn State didn't score off of Bowman's interception, but it caused a drastic change in field position that after a Penn State punt saw them score twice in 13 seconds.
I'll tell you, that's video. This drive right now offensively for Michigan, I mean, you had holding call, false start, delay of game, and finally a safety.
Second consecutive year, the Nittany Lions get a safety against Michigan.
Great field position, great momentum swing here right now for Penn State.
Back goes Clark. He sets, he fires down the middle. Corliss, 30, 20, to the far corner, 10, 5, touchdown, Penn State. A 60-yard strike from Darrell Clark to Andrew Corliss, and the Nittany Lions now lead it 19-7.
The Wolverines worked their way into field goal range before halftime, and Penn State led 19-10 at the break. But there would be no momentum shift because Chaz Powell started the second half with a 54-yard kick return, the longest by the Nittany Lions this year. They would take advantage of the field position, and it didn't take long.
Clark out throwing again and on target. Andrew Corliss. Well, Michigan has yet to emerge from the locker room here to start the second half.
3rd and 8 at the Michigan 10.
And they're coming.
Back they go, and here they come. He sets, he throws for the corner. Touchdown, Penn State.
And they bring the pressure, and it's well picked up by the O-line, and it's a touchdown to Graham Zug.
Meanwhile, the Nittany Lions continued to spend a lot of time in the Michigan backfield. Jack Crawford picked up one of 5 Penn State sacks. Joe Paterno's team had crushed Michigan at home last year, but they had lost 5 straight in Michigan Stadium, some under strange circumstances. But this group was too determined to let anything get in the way of a win. When Nick Souquet recovered a Denard Robinson fumble, it was only a matter of time before the duo of the day connected for a third time.
Play action fake. Corliss sets. He throws over the middle. Touchdown, Penn State.
4 touchdown passes by Darrell Clark, 3 of them the former walk-on Graham Zug. But just when the Nittany Lions were enjoying things perhaps a bit too much, they were stung by a block punt again. There were still over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Could this be just what the Michigan team needed to get back in the game? Not with this Penn State defense.
And Michigan now gets a huge break in this game. 2nd and 3 at the 17. Forcier. Brown sweeping far side. Taken down for a loss at the 20-yard line. Fumbles the football and Penn State recovers.
And Penn State defense, after the block punt, where the momentum is going towards Michigan, comes right back and makes a big play to get the ball back.
3 turnovers.
But the bottom line is play in and play out. Penn State physically whipped the Michigan offensive front.
They have a great tradition of defense. Penn State in the top 5 in the country each of the last 5 years in total defense and scoring defense. And they've shut down the top scoring team in the Big Ten here today. This Michigan bunch was averaging 37 points per game.
The Nittany Lions held Michigan to season lows in yardage and points and dealt the Wolverines their first home loss of the season. While they exercised a few demons themselves, it was a defense that played just as hard at the end as they did at the beginning, long after the outcome had already been decided.